I do, and I think that could happen. I think it's quite realistic that a lot of the world is just done with the dollar as their reserve currency. And I think that there's a lot of places that are willing to try something else. And one of my scenarios, and I don't think it's going to play out quickly, but like one of my wild case success scenarios for a digital asset is if countries start to realize that the US dollar is not going to be the reserve currency forever. Other things are going to be the reserve currency.
It doesn't even necessarily look like a blockchain, but it just makes things more traceable, instantly arrive, cheaper to send. These are the kind of powers that we want to unlock.
The Democrats and this administration have refused to acknowledge that we have a spending problem, that we have a debt problem, that it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed now.
Welcome to Finastra's Payments Connectivity Marketplace, a carefully curated marketplace of payment rails designed to connect banks to pre-integrated payment providers.
But if you don't have connectivity, you can't even start.
Yeah, it's all the money.
We're working to get rid of Gary Gensler. I gave a hearing where I was able to communicate with him and say, look, I plan to fire you.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub lady Patriot in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, stuffing some bags. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up, because the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.2 trillion, down about 0.3%. In the past 24 hours, we got XRP here in that number 5 spot, sliding down to around 62 cents, down about 2.1 in the past 24. Stellar XLM right around 14 cents, down about 0.7 in the past 24. We got BTC 29K, ETH right around 1820. Taking a look at the altcoin season index here. We are in a 27, still in BTC season here. Need a kick above a 75 for it to be a full-blown altcoin season. We got a tweet from Ripple to kick things off. SMEs make up 90% of the world's businesses, but they're hindered by the inefficiencies of cross-border payments. It's clear that there's a big opportunity in blockchain-based small business payments using XRP on the RippleNet. We got another one from Ripple here. It says, we're thrilled to partner with Centigrade Earth to bring transparency, trust, integrity to carbon markets. Centigrade is launching today to bring an increased trust and participation to the voluntary carbon markets together with Ripple on the XRP ledger. We got Ripple X Dev. We are only a month away from the Apex Dev Summit. What topic do you want to learn more about this year? Tell us. Apex. The XRP Ledger Developers Summit, Amsterdam, September 6th through the 8th. Linda P. Jones says he pretty much described what is happening with countries moving to a level playing field instead of being dominated by the dollar. If so, your XRP will become very, very valuable.
Do you believe that there can be two existing world reserve currencies to simultaneously exist?
I do, and I think that could happen. I think it's quite realistic that a lot of the world is just done with the dollar as their reserve currency. And I think that there's a lot of places that are willing to try something else. And one of my scenarios, and I don't think it's going to play out quickly, but like one of my wild case success scenarios for a digital asset is if countries start to realize that the US dollar is not going to be the reserve currency forever. Other things are going to be the reserve currency. And the same thing that we saw with banks. Like people, when we started selling software to banks, people would say to me, why would a bank use something that like you guys were selling them when they could use something that was like made by banks? And what they didn't realize is that, only like 10 banks in the country, on the planet, are Deutsche Bank, HSBC, Credit Suisse, JP Morgan Chase, like the ones who would build a system that the entire planet would run on. For the rest of the banks, that's 6,000 smaller banks, those are their biggest, strongest competitors. Those are the entities they hate the most. They would not want to use the system built and maintained by them because it's going to be biased in favor of them, their biggest and strongest competitors. And I think the same thing could happen to nations. Like every nation would love for their currency to be the world reserve currency. That's helped the U.S., that's grown the U.S. economy, quote unquote, unfairly by leaps and bounds for decades. And every other country would be like, yeah, we'd like to have the world be the world's reserve currency. But the only countries that could possibly pull it off is the U.S. holding its position, maybe the EU, maybe Russia, maybe one or two others. But realistically, most countries know that if there's going to be a new world reserve currency that's a country's currency, it's not going to be them. And so they might actually prefer a currency that nobody can control to one that's controlled by their largest geopolitical rivals. And so that's like what I think is the biggest possible success scenario for digital assets. If these countries are like, okay, well, the US dollar can't hold on forever, but it's not going to be our currency because no one's going to want to repeat the US dollar scenario. Nobody but the EU wants the EU to replace the dollar, right? Nobody but Russia wants the ruble to replace the dollar. Nobody but China wants the yuan to replace the dollar. So maybe they could settle on a currency that nobody could control rather than one controlled by their most powerful geopolitical rival. So if you want a success scenario, that's the one that I think is the most likely.
XRP. Know what you hold. We got Interledger Summit 2023 keynote speakers have ideas around open payments, financial inclusion, and the Interledger protocol network. Here's your chance to share your valuable insights with the Interledger community. Don't miss out on speaking at the ILP Summit. We got Stephen Thomas, co-creator of the Interledger protocol. Chad Steinberger, day 18. Cross-border was only the first step. The real end game was and always will be the derivatives market. Now that Ripple has entered the derivatives space, here's a potential outlook what the value of XRP would be if it captured 10% of the derivatives market. Take this with a grain of salt. As of August 4, 2023, the current market cap of XRP is $34.9 billion. Assuming that XRP processes 10% of the derivatives market, it would estimate it to be over 1 quadrillion in notional value. We can calculate the following. 10% of 1 quadrillion equals 100 million. If XRP processes 100 trillion and its current market cap is $34.9 billion, then the market cap of XRP would need to be increased by approximately 2,865 times. Using the current price of XRP, which is around 66 cents, we can estimate the potential price of XRP if we were to process 10% of the derivatives market. 66 cents times 2,865 gives us 1,893 USD. Therefore, if XRP were to process 10% of the derivatives market with its current market cap, its price could potentially reach 1,896. However, it's important to note that this is a rough estimate and there are many factors that could affect the price of XRP, including market volatility, regulatory changes, and competition from other cryptocurrencies. Also, this is just the derivatives markets. We still got cross-border payments in general. XRP, 1,000, 2,000 plus. Know what you hold. We got Rob Cunningham says, how big is the total derivatives market again? Why now? Ripple, what you say? XRP Army, know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want you out preparing for the Basel III endgame. We got the Digital Pound Foundation. How will the digital pound coexist with other forms of payments? Will CBDCs likely become just another payment route like Apple Pay, Visa, MasterCard, or PayPal?
The fact is that people have enough to worry about, and worrying about, is this £10 worth £10, or what can I do with this £10, that we've done things wrong. And I think that there are definite improvements in your everyday life that will be enabled, but it should be viewed as just another rail in which to spend money. And that money has a singleness to it. So right now I can send a faster payment, or I can use a Visa or a MasterCard, or I can use PayPal to pay online. But I don't think, okay, the PayPal money is e-money and the Visa and MasterCard is credit. And I don't have to think about any of this. I just send money to you via faster payments because it's easy. Or I use my debit card because it's convenient, or I tap my Apple Pay. And what we want to see are new, more interesting use cases where I can buy a newspaper article for 10p instead of having to subscribe to the publication for £15 a month, where corporate treasurers, instead of using BACS payments that take 3 days to settle and cost 25p each, can set up programmable payments on a blockchain that doesn't even necessarily look like a blockchain, but it just makes things more traceable, instantly arrive, cheaper to send. These are the kind of powers that we want to unlock. Definitely think that unless you're a professional or a keen retail trader, if you're thinking about what kind of money you're using, something's gone wrong.
Watch your guru just in. PayPal launches crypto stablecoin. Welcome to the mass adoption. Cryptocurrencies, blockchains, distributed ledger technology. Today, we're unveiling a new stablecoin, PayPal USD. It's designed for payments and is backed by a highly liquid and secure asset. Starting today and rolling out in the next few weeks, you'll be able to buy, sell, hold, and transfer PYUSD, PayPal stablecoin. Waited to get a HODL of that on-demand liquidity and that XRP ledger. Faster, cheaper, more efficient. We got Tom Emmer, House Republicans taking our country's financial situation seriously as Democrats double down on Bidenomics and ignore the fallout it brings for everyday Americans.
The Democrats and this administration have refused to acknowledge that we have a spending problem, that we have a debt problem, that it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed now. The CBO told a joint meeting of Republicans and Democrats several months ago that if we don't start to address the spending problem, you look back 80 years, the debt service in this country, John, was about $9 trillion. If we don't address this now, in the next 10 years, our debt service will be at least $10 trillion, and it's very possible that the U.S. would have to borrow money to literally stay afloat in 2032. So this is a serious issue. By the way, CNN, I don't know if you saw it, CNN put a poll out this week that Americans trust the Republicans in the House to actually do what needs to be done. And I think that's going to be the theme as we go forward. If this administration refuses to address what is ailing this country, which are their policies, their so-called Bidenomics, which is a complete failure, they're going to pay for it at the ballot box next year.
24 Hours Crypto says, not sure how to make this any simpler. Are you ready for what's coming? XRP.
Finastra's Payments Connectivity. Welcome to Finastra's Payments Connectivity Marketplace, a carefully curated marketplace of payment rails designed to connect banks to pre-integrated payment providers.
But if you don't have connectivity, you can't even start. So first you get the banks connected. They do what they're doing today better. They like it. They build new services on it.
We've done the hard work for you. Our marketplace includes best-in-class, trusted payment providers that we've pre-integrated into our total messaging solution. It's your choice which providers to use.
So first you get the banks connected. They do what they're doing today better.
Our transformative technology allows you to reach the countries and disperse payments via the endpoints your customers demand.
Then they go, I want to do this in 100 countries, but I can't hold currencies in 100 countries. Well, guess what? You got XRP. So that's the holy grail. That's the ultimate end goal that we're aiming for.
Welcome to Finastra.
XRP, the holy grail. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why the SEC wants you out. We got King Doggo says, really sad. I've heard that she bought her ledger from a third party. Never do that, guys. Make sure the package is sealed and ordered from the real ledger website. Her ledger got hacked. Thousands of XRPs stolen. Be safe out there with your cryptocurrencies, with your private keys, your digital assets, especially with the spammers at an all-time high. They want a piece of that bag by any means necessary. Always double, triple check any links you're clicking, any Twitter accounts you're talking to. Make sure they're official accounts. Make sure that you're being careful with links you're clicking in emails. Watch out for fake emails. Never ever send out your private seeds. Never ever send out your crypto. Also, never ever keep all your eggs in one basket. Because things like this can happen. Split it up on multiple wallets. Secure your financial freedom. Secure the transformation of value. Also, once again, make sure that the packages are sealed and ordered from the real websites. We got Cyprus. On July 12, 2023, the US CPI came out softer than expected and set the precedent for XRP to run to new 2023 highs the day after XRP was declared a non-security. Prices are now pulling back to a discounted area. Personally, I'm bullish as long as the price holds above 45 cents. That being said, we should see some volatility in the markets this Thursday when the new CPI numbers come out for the US. If we see a softer CPI, this should support crypto. However, an upbeat or a high inflation reading will support a hawkish stance for the Fed to continue rate hikes, which could lead to a stronger dollar. Pay attention. Thursday will be important for crypto. Taking a look at the XRP chart here, we're getting closer to that 56 cent level here for XRP, currently right around 62 cents. Crypto says XRP almost a 3% bounce after retesting the 59 cent area, which I mentioned as being the most important level to hold. Expecting a lot of crazy PA this week. Want to see XRP stay above 59 cents by Sunday. Crypto Bull 2020, XRP in a falling wedge that ends on top of support. Bullish, my opinion. And we got Right Wabbit. This image depicts a moment in time. The riddlers will be gone. The only evidence that will ever existed and framed on the wall. A reminder of this magnificent journey we shared. For those of us who persevered, we're only sitting at the table savoring our newly found prosperity. Christ before law. There's no time. The wait is over. The long arm of the law. The ruling of the bell for the final time. The Howey test is no longer an issue for crypto regulation. Meanwhile, John Stewart's Bell's inequality violation test detects that Bitcoin has changed. A spy presence is detected when the Bell's inequalities cease to be violated. What will this mean for BTC? What will this mean for Bitcoin? When will this happen? Well, that doesn't matter. It just matters that you know it will happen, right? Everything you've gone through to get a seat at the table will have changed you more than you could ever imagine. You will be the illuminated one sitting east, looking west. You will have seen the future predicted before your eyes. You prove everyone wrong. There is no turning back. At this point, know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why they wanted you out. But we got a ticket. We got a seat at the table. But that being said, Bagman and Bag Ladies, where will you be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally set free? Later glitches. Be on the lookout for Moon Music Volume 4 dropping this Friday. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags. Don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. We'll catch you up here, top floor on the mothership. BYOB, be your own bank. Peace out, crypto ghost. Stay safe and hold strong. Bagman.
Look, with you equal to, it'll free up the economy.
The only reason why you're here first is because you don't want to get slapped with regulation. But if you are indeed asking, then I am saying no. It's unconstitutional. You can't make your own currency. That is the federal government's job.
The problem here is hard cash is fading rapidly. That's just the way of the world right now. And Bitcoin is spreading, and